How's it hanging, everybody? It's Randy, and look who's back.
Melanie.
So we just got done watching Squid Game, and it's a really, really good show on Netflix. We recommend that everybody watch it. We will be evaluating all of the games that are played in Season 1, as well as going over games that we would like to see in Season 2.
But before we begin, make sure you guys hit that like button down below.
The first game was Red Light, Green Light. So what did you like about the first game?
Well, I thought it was a very good opening game, introducing all the players to their world.
It was a good first game because I felt like it got rid of a lot of the side characters or like the background characters that we don't really care about. They got rid of like half of the participating players. So we started at 456 because that's our main character. And then we were left with like 200 something. I did feel like a lot more people should have died because who would still be standing still while people are getting shot, number one, and while like a mob of people are running for the exits.
I would. I would still be standing because I felt like all the players were stupid for running.
Yeah, but usually when a group of people run from like danger, you usually run with them. I mean, even the main character guy got bumped into, so technically he moved and technically he should have been shot. I like the strategy of hiding behind other players, but if the person in front of you gets shot, I would be kind of scared of standing behind them in case the bullet flies through them.
Which is very possible in
Yeah,
reality.
it happens in real life all the time. But the guns were like at an angle.
There was more than one gun.
Yeah, on the side of the walls. So that fixes that plot hole, I guess. I feel like this first game was actually really easy. The number one strategy I would use is just to listen to the melody that she sings. Like, that was really predictable. So I felt like more people should have stood absolutely still after she turns around. She does quicken that little melody.
Yeah, later,
Yeah.
but she still say her whole saying.
Yeah, she still has to say the first word till the last word, so
Yeah.
you should know. She also has to turn 180 degrees, and then her eyes will activate. So you should have enough time to stand still and stop freaking moving. Because I feel like too many people were just like, they're like on one foot or some shit. The next game was the cookie game. You have 4 shapes to pick. First one is a triangle. Second one is a square. Third one is a star. And the last one, which is the hardest one that our main character picked, was the umbrella. Whichever shape you pick, you're gonna have to carve this shape out of a sugar cookie.
So I think that game was very basic, but very challenging.
It requires a lot of precision and patience.
Any mistake and you can like be doomed. Like
I know, it's like the cookie breaks and you're dead.
Like, why do my life rely on a cookie?
At least let me eat it before I go. Oh yeah, and they give you a needle to poke at the incision. So that's the only tool that you get for trying to break the cookie into the shape that you were assigned or that you assigned yourself. So how hard do you think this cookie game is?
I mean, it depends on the shape, of course, right? Mm-hmm. But in general, I think it would be like a 7, 8.
Yeah, I think this is a harder one, especially because you don't know what you're picking. You just pick a shape. Yeah, I would say 8 or 9 as well. It's pretty hard. Unless you pick the easier ones, of course. It goes down significantly. Which shape do you think you would have picked?
Not triangle. So I would either pick the square or the star.
Yeah, I would have picked the star too because I feel like that would have gave you like abilities or something. You know, because the star in Super Mario gives you like more privilege, more abilities and stuff. Next game, Tug of War.
I need big people on my team.
The first part of this game, you actually have to pick your team, which is probably the most important part. I think your initial reaction would be to go for people who are more athletic, like bigger, stronger. Mm-hmm. But you should also, like for me, I also thought about like who are better strategizers and smarter players and stuff. Because what if it's like some sort of quiz game or like I thought that there was maybe obstacles where they needed like a smaller player to get in like smaller areas and stuff. Like that would make it so you need like everybody.
So if we didn't know and I just had to randomly pick 10 people, I would pick one in each area. So kind of like what you said, like someone who's smaller, someone who's taller, someone who's bigger.
Yeah, that's exactly what I would do. I mean, the majority of my team would have consisted of like definitely men who are stronger and faster and stuff. I would also want like smart players and like at least one woman. So the first part, you have to pick your team, which is very important. And then you get to the reveal, which is you have to play Tug of War on like this suspended bridge where if you get pulled in, you fall off and die. So yeah, our main group, of good guys. They go up against all men. They're not like the strongest, but they're all men, so it's kind of hard. And then our main group has like 2 women and 1 old man.
Physically, they were at a disadvantage. But they actually won because the old guy had techniques.
If they didn't have the old guy, they would have lost.
So let's talk about techniques. What have you used in your experience of playing Tug of War?
Usually pulling together. Like using your strength at the same time as like the people around you. If you're pulling and like people are taking a break, then it's not, you're just wasting your energy.
Something that we did was we used I don't know if it scientifically works, but we used like the biggest people. So the 2 biggest, one stays at the front and one stays at the back.
Yeah, which is what our characters did. I would put like the heaviest person in the back.
Because it's hard to drag them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's our last line of defense. I would just like wrap the rope around their stomach.
That's what we did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a good strategy. The old man strategy was for them to like alternate sides. First 10 seconds, everybody just held for dear life.
Which is weird.
And they also put it underneath their armpit.
Yeah.
That really helped. Like it just exhausted the other team while like they rested. So playing defense really helped them out later on.
What would you rate this in difficulty?
I would say this is a solid 7. Like, it's not the hardest game, but it just really depends on the team you have, the players you have.
All right, so game number 4 was the marble game, where you start off with 10. You're supposed to obtain their 10 marbles.
So this one was kind of similar in the pre-game part where you have to pick a teammate, they thought, but you're picking an opponent. So everybody picked like their best friend, of course, because even the husband picked his wife.
That's so sad. Yeah.
Our main guy picked the old man, even though it could have been some sort of like physical, like running type of partner game.
He stayed loyal. I already knew that they were going to compete each other. I knew that.
I had a feeling too. So how difficult do you think that game was?
Not difficult.
No?
That one's based on chance. Just like rock, paper, scissors. Yeah. So it's like 5 out of 10.
I mean, yeah, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
You're gonna do odd or even. Yeah, I would also say 5. Okay, so the next game was the glass on the platform game. I don't even know what to call it.
It's like the bridge.
Again, it's a 50-50 chance of you picking a glass that's tempered versus a regular glass. Like the other games, there is a pre-round where you must pick a number, which determines your order. And this is probably the most important pre-game of all of the other games, because going first, you're pretty much dead. There's no way you're gonna make it to the end.
Unless it's like you versus number 2, where you watch number 1 and 2 fight each other and see what they do, and then 3 and 4, you know?
I actually thought it was gonna be like one person has to do the whole obstacle, and then they're gonna lower like a new set of glasses.
So difficulty level.
Oh my gosh, I think this one's like a 10.
Yeah, I think this one's a 10.
Because pretty much you have to do a coin flip on every single step you take. And like the percentages of you getting everything right is so like small.
Yeah. So no matter what, if you're like the first 3, you're dead. Like guaranteed. The chances of you...
It's pretty much guaranteed if you're like in the first chunk. You're pretty much dead.
And it's not even like it's like 5-10 steps. It was like at least 20 steps.
Mm-hmm. So memory is a freaking big part of this game too.
Yeah, so it's like for the steps that they didn't break, you have to remember was the left or right.
Mm-hmm. Even though you're going last, you still have the timer that's going against you, and you still have to memorize what was stepped on. This is definitely the hardest game. All right, so the last game is the Squid Game. So what do you think of the difficulty level of this game?
Okay, if my goal was to just get to the head, then I think difficulty would be like a 4.
Yeah, I would say this game is kind of easy. Yeah, I would say like a 3.
So you think that was the easiest game?
Yeah, so if I were to rank them, I would say Squid Game was the easiest. Next would be Red Light, Green Light, Cookie Cutter, Glass Platform at the top.
For me, I think Red Light, Green Light would be the easiest.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
So that was our sort of ranking / evaluation of all of the games and the difficulties. Now let's move on to what kind of children's games would you like to see in the next season?
If this was like an American movie, then I think games we will see will be like Tag, right?
Yeah, I can see Tag.
Duck Duck Goose, Capture the Flag.
Could you imagine like a Duck Duck Goose with like over 100 people?
Oh my god. It's about like who has stamina to run around those people.
And then like if you get tagged, you get shot like instantly, like they just like
No, that
come out
doesn't
and
work.
shoot you. Tag would not work in this scenario,
Right.
unless if you guys have a way to work it, maybe put it down in the comments. But I don't think tag would work. I think Duck Duck Goose would work. Capture the Flag would work, but it's too team based. I think. I mean, they kind of did that, but it would be kind of cool.
But I don't think they want to eliminate that many people. Like, there should be only one game that eliminates that many people.
Hopscotch.
How would you do hopscotch?
I don't know. Monkey bars.
You kind of said it when we were watching the movie, The Floor is Lava.
Ooh,
Yeah.
I like that one.
I think that would be kind of cool. Whoever falls, you die.
Cops and robbers. Do you like that?
No, I thought about that, but no. No, I don't
I got a
think
good
so.
one. Hide and seek.
Who's the seeker?
It'll be chosen. Like, somebody's a seeker, and then everybody has to go hide.
I don't think that's fair.
You don't think that's fair?
Yeah, I don't think that's fair.
If you're found, then you get shot.
So how would the seekers die?
Oh, well, we get into that problem.
Yeah, it gets like iffy.
Yeah.
Dodgeball.
Yeah, I can see dodgeball working.
I can see it working too.
Let us know what you guys thought about this show in the comment section down below. And if you have any children's games that would fit well into this series, this show for season 2. Before you leave, do not forget to hit subscribe and catch us on the next video.